Hey warriors, welcome back. Most people don't lose respect in one dramatic moment. They lose it slowly, inch by inch, through 100 small, unnoticed slips. One day, you wake up and realize people respond to your messages when they feel like it. They cancel on you without guilt. They talk only when they need help. And deep down, you feel it. You're not respected. You're used. This is the dark truth of today's world. While everyone preaches kindness and empathy, what's actually happening underneath is a brutal power game. The loud ones perform. The fake confident ones pose online. The soft ones get drained. But the ones who hold real power, they move differently. Then, no actually means no. Their time is not cheap. Their silence makes people nervous. Machiavelli saw this centuries ago, long before Instagram quotes about self-love and be kind. He understood one thing most still deny. Humans respect what can walk away, what has options, what doesn't beg for approval. If they feel you need them more than they need you, you'll always be chasing, adjusting, and apologizing. But this video is not about becoming a bully. It's about becoming someone who makes people think twice before crossing you. Someone they don't laugh about when you're gone. Someone they can't afford to lose. I'm going to show you 9 ruthless tricks to quietly command respect. Not by screaming, not by flexing, not by being fake. These principles are drawn from Machiavelli's cold understanding of human nature. You'll learn how to use distance as a weapon. Control what people think they know about you. Create invisible lines others fear to cross. Build an aura that says, I am calm, but I am not soft. If you use these tricks correctly, people won't always like you, but they will feel you. They will sense that with you there are limits, and limits create respect. Before we start, I want you to flip a switch in your mind. Drop this in the comments. I am done being soft. Number 1. Control your availability like a king, not a servant. Respect fades the moment people feel they can access you anytime, pull you into their plans, or expect you to adjust without resistance. When you're always available, always saying yes, you stop being seen as a force and start being viewed as support. A king isn't on demand, a servant is. Your job? Stop acting like a servant in your own life. Machiavelli understood this deeply. Power isn't just in your words, it's in how hard it is to claim your time and energy. If people sense you'll always accommodate, they assume you need them more than they need you. And once they believe that, respect begins to erode. They may smile, be polite, but underneath, they stop fearing the loss of access. And without that subtle fear, respect withers. But controlling your availability isn't about being rude, it's about being intentional. You don't show up just because you're called. You don't say yes just because you're invited. You don't rearrange your priorities because someone else is uncomfortable. A king moves on his own terms. Others adjust to his rhythm, not the reverse. And when you do this, something shifts. Your presence becomes heavier, scarcer, more valued. People start noticing you don't appear everywhere. That when you do give attention, it's deliberate. This scarcity creates pressure. They begin asking, is this worth disturbing them for? That pause, that moment of hesitation, is where respect is born. Machiavelli would say, men hesitate to offend those who aren't easily reached. And it's true. When you're not always available, people step more carefully. They speak more clearly. They think before wasting your time. Because in the end, you train people not by what you say, but by your patterns. They start to see you're not a tool, you're a presence that can say no. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose where my time goes. Number 2, use controlled silence as a weapon. Most people fear silence. They fill gaps with chatter, explanations, jokes, nervous laughter, thinking it makes them more likable or safe. But in truth, talking too much makes you predictable and easy to control. If your mouth outruns your mind, you're giving away power without realizing it. Machiavelli understood the secret. Restraint creates an aura that pure talk never can. Silence isn't weakness, it's a test. When you hold back, you create space. And in that space, people reveal themselves. They over-explain, they justify, they confess. They expose their insecurity, their desperation, their motives. And all you did was say less. Suddenly, you know more about them than they know about you. That imbalance, that's leverage. Number 3, create an invisible line others are afraid to cross. Respect doesn't come from being nice, it comes from having a line. Not one you scream, not one you write down, but one that is felt. Most people don't have that line. They allow teasing that cuts too deep, criticism that goes too far, behavior that chips away at their dignity. They laugh it off, pretend it doesn't sting, then wonder why no one respects their boundaries. But here's the truth. When there's no line, there's no risk in offending you. And where there's no risk, there's no respect. Machiavelli understood one thing about power. Every powerful figure carries a silent boundary. People may laugh, talk, even relax around them, but there's always an edge they never cross. They feel that crossing it would change everything. And this awareness? It's not built through words, it's built through cold, consistent reactions. This ruthless strategy is about forming that invisible edge. You decide what's unacceptable. Mockery, passive disrespect, public humiliation, certain tones, specific jokes. Once you're clear about your limits, you stop ignoring them. When someone steps over that line even slightly, you respond with calm withdrawal. Your face changes, your energy tightens, your words become short, controlled, and direct. You may say very little, but the atmosphere shifts. You stop rewarding their behavior with attention, warmth, or engagement. You detach not later, not tomorrow, but in that moment. You show without yelling that something changed. Machiavelli would say, "People don't learn from speeches, they learn from consequences." If someone crosses you and nothing changes, no distance, no reduction in access, then your boundaries are just background noise. But when disrespect is followed by less closeness, less warmth, less trust, they feel the cost. And that cost creates caution. Caution creates respect. Your boundary must be silent but solid. You're not dramatic. You're not emotional. You don't perform pain. You simply change your openness. They feel the shift, even if you say almost nothing. And over time, people sense it. They tease others, but not you. They speak recklessly with everyone else, but with you, they choose words carefully. Because now, they know, one misstep might close a door they can't reopen. And that tension, that pressure, is exactly what builds your personal field of power. A field where casual disrespect has no room to exist. Number 4, reveal less, observe more. Most people are easy to figure out because they overshare too fast to too many. They spill their fears, dreams, past, pain, and weaknesses to people who haven't earned it. It feels like connection, but to the wrong person, it becomes a map of how to flatter you, manipulate you, or hurt you. Machiavelli understood that information is a weapon. Whoever knows more about the other side has the advantage. If people know exactly what triggers you, what you crave, what you cannot stand losing, they can move you like a piece on a board. They know which buttons to push to get what they want. In that situation, respect fades because you are no longer mysterious. You are fully exposed. This ruthless trick. Flip that script. Stop being an open book. Be a curated version of yourself, not fake, not cold, just selective. Show people fragments, not your whole pattern. Give small pieces, not full access. When they ask personal questions, you answer calmly, but don't rush. You leave spaces unfilled. You give short, calm answers where others overshare. Instead of explaining every feeling, you stand on them quietly. Instead of describing every struggle, you let your strength in the present speak louder than your past. Machiavelli would say, "A wise man listens more than he speaks." While others talk, you watch. How they treat the weak, what they say when angry, what they do when there's nothing to gain. You see patterns they don't. You shift from a reactor to a strategist, and the less you expose, the harder it is to hurt you. Insults lose their edge. Manipulators lose their grip. They may call you hard to read. Good. What's easy to read is easy to control. What's hard to read is approached with respect. This doesn't mean you never share anything. It means you share slowly, step by step, measuring how people handle small pieces of trust before giving more. If someone mocks your small vulnerability, they never get a deeper one. If someone respects it, they might earn another layer. You're not giving full access by default. Over time, people sense it. You see more than you say. You notice more than you comment on. You're present, but not exposed. That quiet depth, it becomes a source of respect because they realize you're not easily moved, not easily fooled, and not easily broken. Number 5, stay calm when others expect you to break. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is to react exactly how people expect when you're under pressure. Most people crack. They raise their voice. They defend too aggressively. They over-explain. They collapse emotionally when criticized or rejected. And in that moment, something crucial happens. Everyone around you sees how easy it is to shake you. Once that's exposed, you never fully regain your power. Machiavelli understood that control over others begins with control over oneself. A person who cannot govern their own emotions will always be governed by the situation. When every insult, every slight, every challenge pulls you into a storm, you show that your inner state belongs to whoever provokes you. That is the opposite of power. Respect gravitates toward those whose mood isn't pushed around like dust in the wind. This ruthless trick is about becoming emotionally unshakable when tension rises. You might feel anger, humiliation, or frustration inside, but you don't let those emotions shape your behavior. You breathe slower. You steady your gaze. You pause before speaking. You become the calm center while chaos swirls around you. That stillness? It's not weakness, it's discipline. When someone attempts to provoke you, they are secretly hoping for a scene. They want you to argue, overreact, or look unstable because that justifies their disrespect and entertains everyone watching. If you give them that reaction, they win twice. Once by getting under your skin, and again by showing others that you are easy to unbalance. If you instead respond with measured words and composed energy, their attempt becomes obvious. They appear smaller. You appear larger without even raising your tone. Machiavelli would say, "A true leader is a fortress in conflict, not a field that sways with every gust." People don't judge you in calm, they judge you in stress. They remember how you handled heat, not how you acted in peace. And when your posture, voice, and presence stay steady, even when things go hostile, they may not like you, but they can't deny you have presence. Staying calm doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. It means you don't let instinct speak for you. You respond by choice, not impulse. You decide whether to respond, how to respond, or whether it even deserves your energy. You don't let anger lead, you let reason command. That gap between impulse and intention is what separates the easily provoked from the quietly powerful. And over time, people become cautious about challenging you. Not because you yell, but because you never break. They associate you with stability. They look to you when things fall apart, because they feel you don't drown in emotion. And deep respect always flows to the one who stands firm when everyone else is shaking. Number 6, speak with intention, not volume. Most people confuse speaking loudly with being noticed. They think the one who dominates conversation is the one who commands respect. They don't realize that constant noise dilutes influence. When words are thrown freely, they lose weight. People stop listening because nothing feels meaningful anymore. Machiavelli understood, attention isn't captured through quantity, it's earned through precision. The person who speaks deliberately commands far more respect than the one who fills the air. This ruthless trick is about choosing every word like currency. You do not speak to fill silence or to prove your presence. You speak to create impact. Each phrase, each sentence, each point carries a purpose. When you speak, it is measured, deliberate, and clearly directed toward your objective. When people sense you don't waste words, they shift. They listen closer. They lean in. They focus, because your words are rare, and scarcity amplifies value. On the other hand, those who ramble or over-explain give permission to be ignored, misread, or dismissed. They become background noise. You become signal. Machiavelli would say, true authority lives in unpredictability. They don't know what you'll say next, but they know it will matter. When you speak with intention, you shape perception without forcing it. People don't just hear your words, they feel the weight behind them. They sense precision, control, and confidence. Even in disagreement, your position is respected, because it's clearly not reactionary. To apply this, ask yourself before speaking, is this necessary? Does it amplify my presence? Does it create clarity or influence? If not, stay silent. Let silence work for you. Let others sit in the tension of your restraint. That unspoken pause, it builds control. Even without talking, you lead the conversation. Over time, people begin to treat your words differently. A single statement can shift perspectives, influence decisions, or stop challenges before they start. People pause before interrupting. They weigh your input more heavily. They realize that interacting with you is a conscious choice, not a casual exchange. That is quiet dominance in its purest form. You are no longer a participant in endless chatter. You are a presence. You are calculated, precise, and undeniably influential. Every word now has invisible weight. Number 7, make decisions slowly. Execute swiftly. A quick way to lose authority? Act impulsively. Rushed decisions scream uncertainty. They reveal shaky judgment, poor planning, and lack of control. Machiavelli understood. Power moves in silence, not panic. Timing and patience are invisible engines of dominance. This trick is about creating a rhythm of thought and action that others cannot predict. When faced with a situation, you do not reveal your immediate reaction. You observe, weigh options, and imagine potential outcomes. That delay is not hesitation, it is strategy. People notice your composure. They sense that you are assessing more than they can perceive. That subtle awareness shifts the dynamic. They begin to assume that any misstep against you could carry unseen consequences. Once your mind has settled, execution must be fast and precise. The contrast between deliberate thought and sudden action creates a sense of control. People notice the efficiency of your movement and the clarity of your choice. They start to second-guess, challenging you. Over time, they realize something. You don't rush, you don't flinch, you calculate, and then you dominate. Machiavelli emphasized, Leaders who master timing shape events before others even realize what's happening. But those who act instantly, without strategy, they surrender that power. Slow, deliberate decision-making gives you something rare: clarity. It lets you observe more. Who tries to pressure you? Who pretends to align? Who reveals genuine intent? These patterns are invisible to the average person. But to you, they're data. They shape every move you make. These insights are invisible to the casual eye, but they inform every strategic move you make. People may think you are simply slow to respond, but in reality, you are assessing, calculating, and preparing your advantage. And when the time comes to act, you strike. No hesitation, no over-explaining, no need for excessive justification. The sharpness of your execution reinforces the respect built during the assessment phase. Others feel your competence as an invisible force they cannot ignore. The blend of patience and decisiveness is magnetic even when unspoken. Machiavelli would argue, power thrives at the intersection of perception and action. When you seem thoughtful, you gain psychological control. When you act suddenly, you assert physical dominance. This duality creates a presence that others instinctively respect, even if they don't fully understand it. Over time, people stop challenging your pace. They stop pushing you for answers. This duality forces others to approach you cautiously and respect your judgment instinctively. Number 8. Let actions speak louder than words. Words are easy. Anyone can claim authority, strength, or competence. Anyone can promise, boast, or lecture. But in reality, people are influenced by what you do, not what you say. Actions reveal true priorities, intentions, and character. Machiavelli knew reputation is built on outcomes, not declarations. This ruthless trick is about aligning your actions with your authority. The individual whose behavior consistently aligns with their standards earns quiet respect that words alone cannot produce. This trick is about turning consistent execution into an invisible signal of power. You focus on outcomes instead of announcements. You let your Machiavelli emphasized, perception is everything. People believe what they see, not what they're told. Even a confident speaker loses credibility if their actions fall short. But someone who quietly produces results, they command the room without ever raising their voice. Conversely, someone who quietly accomplishes objectives commands attention without needing to declare it. They become a reference point. Others subconsciously adjust their behavior, knowing that outcomes follow your decisions, not their opinions. And here's the key. You do not justify. You do not over-explain. You do not narrate your wins. You let the results speak. Every pattern, every delivered promise, every firm boundary, it all compounds. And together, they communicate something undeniable. You are capable. You are composed. You are not to be underestimated. Actions also protect you from manipulation. When people can judge you based on what you do rather than what you say, they cannot easily misinterpret or misrepresent you. They see tangible proof of your principles and priorities. That clarity breeds caution and respect because others know that your behavior cannot be swayed by words alone. It is measured, deliberate, and enduring. Number 9. Make presence felt without trying. The most powerful people don't announce themselves. They don't beg for attention. But when they arrive, the room shifts. People feel them, even without a word. That's not magic. That's mastery. Machiavelli understood. Influence starts with how you're perceived, not what you say. This ruthless trick is about building natural, quiet presence. No performance, no exaggeration, just undeniable gravity. You stop trying to entertain or dominate. Instead, you hold posture, move with intention, and project calm certainty. You exist fully in your space, not shrinking, not forcing, just centered. This unshakable equilibrium sends a silent signal. You are confident, competent, and untouchable. People feel it. They speak softer. They listen deeper. They pause before engaging. Your energy becomes the quiet command in the room, and without even trying, you lead. Machiavelli would argue that control is often won before a single word is spoken, simply by the weight of one's being. Those who try too hard dilute this effect. Only those who cultivate calm authority can make presence itself a tool. Presence also means being deliberate in movement and attention. You do not rush, fidget, or scatter energy. Every step, glance, and gesture communicates control. When others try to provoke, impress, or distract you, they fail, because you are grounded in your own authority. Over time, people treat you differently. They respect your space. They speak carefully. They think twice before pushing limits. Why? Because they feel your weight. Your influence becomes an invisible force, shaping interactions without a single argument, speech, or demand. You've now learned 9 ruthless tricks to earn respect, not by shouting, not by forcing, but through presence, boundaries, silence, and deliberate control. Each trick builds on the last, forming a system of presence, control, and authority that others cannot ignore. From controlling your availability to cultivating silence, from protecting your boundaries to letting actions speak louder than words, every step creates a person who commands influence without needing to demand it. In today's world, respect is rare because people give it up without knowing its value. They chase approval. They explain too much. They react too fast. But not you. You've flipped the script. Now, you control energy. You decide the pace. You stay unreadable and therefore unforgettable. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Real authority is invisible, subtle, and deliberate. The loudest person is rarely the most powerful. The most feared and respected are those who move with calculated calm, think before acting, and communicate with precision. You are no longer soft. You are no longer easily moved. You are quietly untouchable. These strategies are not about intimidation for its own sake. They are about creating a reality where others treat you as someone whose energy, decisions, and presence matter. It is about earning the respect that is silently recognized, consistently felt, and rarely challenged. If this resonated with you, hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs it. Subscribe for more lessons on power, composure, and strategy. And before you go, drop this final affirmation in the comments. I am quietly untouchable. Now go forward. No need for noise. Your presence is enough. Respect will follow.